Coming up on 9 News Mornings. While he may not have pulled the trigger, a jury has found Nashawn Johnson guilty of murder. This morning, we're hearing from the brother of Pamela Cabrieles. A new report says social media makes getting drugs remarkably easy. How social media policies also make investigations difficult. And our discussions with candidates for Denver mayor continues with Andy Rougeau. What he says he'll do to end homelessness in Denver. 9 News Mornings starts now.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. We like to call it Friday pre-party, or what do you like to call it, Jordan?
Thursday.
You called it False Friday.
That's
wow, he left me hanging there, guys.
It was False Friday whenever I thought it was Friday.
Okay.
And that was a bummer. Today, I got 8 hours of sleep.
Yes.
We're good to go. I'm very well aware that it is Thursday.
You know what day it is?
I know what day it is.
You're ahead of the game.
Wow.
But as far as our weather goes, as you were saying earlier, we have a winter weather advice or winter storm watch, and then we also have a red flag warning for dry, for snow, right next to each other.
Got it all.
Only in Colorado can you have that.
In Colorado,
yeah.
that's kind of what happens. Now, yesterday, 37 degrees was the high, 35 the day before, so we've been in the cool and gloomy weather. I think we see sunshine today, and we start to warm it up. So let's take a look at what we've got going on. This is right in front of the 9 News building here, and we've got 26 degrees, no problems. We've only seen a couple of scattered showers that really didn't leave much, but look at Boulder. They have kind of shiny streets, so it's wet up there, maybe even a little bit icy. They have had the snow showers, and you can see them up and down the Front Range, but just to the west, in the foothills. That's right where Boulder is. They won't continue all morning. We will go to sunny skies over most of the state, except for the southeast. They're kind of stay cloudy, but we will see lots of sunshine today. But tomorrow, clouds roll right back in. Not much moisture from the clouds. We'll save that for the mountains. And why? Well, that's because of where the winter storm watch is. Mostly sunny skies today, so 49 degrees, but we do see gusts to 40 miles an hour. So this afternoon it is going to be a little windy out there. Partly cloudy, breezy tonight with a low of 26. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, warmer, 58 degrees. For your weekend, chance for showers late each day, 59 Saturday, 50 on Sunday. Remember, clocks go ahead. We do have Monday at 53 degrees with partly sunny skies, 10 degrees warmer on your Tuesday. That's going to be a pretty nice day, and pretty much more the same for your Wednesday, only we'll add showers back to the forecast.
And a good Thursday morning to you as well, Ed, as this morning we are talking about a couple of things to watch out for. First and foremost, we do have a closure here at I-76 eastbound between Federal and Pecos. So, of course, keep in mind that as you head out and about this morning, this is due to an earlier accident. So just keep in mind, again, that we are going to be talking about the potential for some major slowdowns. Of course, I-76 closed now at eastbound at Pecos. Otherwise, here across the metro area, things looking pretty okay out there on the road so far on this Thursday morning.
All right, Chris, thank you. Right now, there's an alert out for a missing girl from Texas who might be here in Colorado. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation says Haven Barker was last seen around 8 a.m. on Tuesday in Texas, just north of Houston. She is 4 feet 5 inches tall with blonde hair and brown eyes. Police say they believe she is with this man, Charles Estep. They think the two of them are in a 2015 black Honda Accord with Texas license plates. If you think you have seen them, police say you should call 911.
A jury has convicted a man of murder 2 years after 32-year-old Pamela Cabrieles was shot while sitting in her car at a red light. 9 News reporter Darius Johnson is following this story. Darius, the man convicted is not the one who pulled the trigger.
Erica, good morning. Nashawn Johnson was 18 years old at the time of the shooting, and prosecutors say he drove the getaway car for the 14-year-old who he told to shoot Pamela Cabrieles. Johnson was found guilty on second-degree murder charges. This happened back on February 20th, 2021. 32-year-old Pamela Cabrieles exited I-25 at Colfax. Police say the two teens thought she tapped their car when she came to a stop at a red light. A 14-year-old in the car asked Johnson, who was driving, quote, "Can I bust on them?" Meaning, can I shoot? Johnson said, quote, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." The 14-year-old got out with a semi-automatic weapon and fired 15 to 20 shots into Cabrieles' car, killing her. The jury returned the guilty verdict last night, and we spoke with her brother after.
Because of the decisions that he made, my sister is not here with us today. He was an integral part of my sister's homicide, and without him there, my sister would still be alive today.
As for the 14-year-old accused of shooting and killing Pamela, that 14-year-old is now 16 years old and facing a first-degree murder charge. A Denver district attorney plans to try that teen as an adult. A competency hearing is scheduled for April 17th, Erica.
Certainly a sad situation there, Darius. Thank you so much.
The Air Force Academy says an off-base incident on Monday left of their cadets dead. A 22-year-old Cole Kitty died in Park County. He was from Park Grove Village outside of Chicago. He was set to graduate and be commissioned into the Air Force this summer. The Air Force Academy says Kilty was known for being a friend to others and for his sense of humor. The Air Force says they are partnering with the Park County Coroner's Office to conduct an investigation.
Deputies in Arapahoe County are closing the case on how rat poison ended up in someone's Taco Bell order. Deputies say they found no evidence that employees put poison in the food at that Centennial store location. In January, a man went to the hospital after eating food from that Taco Bell. Tests showed the food did contain rat poison, but how it ended up in there still remains the question. Video evidence cleared employees from putting the poison in the food, according to the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office.
Social media is a major venue for the distribution of fentanyl. This is according to a report released by Colorado's Attorney General. Democratic AG Phil Weiser said teens can buy the drug on their phone just as easy as calling an Uber. Here's 9 News reporter Kelly Rinke.
They don't have to go to a scary, dangerous part of town to buy drugs. They can order it right from their house and have it delivered.
Kimberly Osterman said her son bought fentanyl on Snapchat, just as easy as ordering pizza. 2 years ago, that counterfeit fentanyl pill killed her 18-year-old son, Max.
They don't want to cooperate because they want all these people on their platform. It's money in their pocket. So absolutely, they need to be more transparent.
Colorado's Attorney General Phil Weiser agrees. In a report released today, he says social media is becoming a hotspot for distributing drugs, but it's unclear how prevalent it is. The report found platforms aren't transparent with their data.
Sometimes law enforcement faces delays. It can be quite significant delays before they're getting access to information related to distribution of fentanyl on these platforms.
A law passed last year required Democrat Phil Weiser to put together this report, which looked at how the internet is used for the sale and distribution of fentanyl. The study found dealers are creative, using emojis and slang terms to avoid getting caught. It also identified loopholes.
Some platforms allow people multiple chances of being caught distributing deadly drugs before they're told you're out.
Weiser believes there should be more oversight of these platforms. So does Kimberly, who wants other parents to pay attention too.
Snapchat definitely needs to change their platform and make it a safe platform if it's going to be an existing platform.
The Colorado Department of Law spoke to a bunch of stakeholders, including Meta, Snapchat, and TikTok. They also spoke to law enforcement who investigate these deaths. They shared how policies from the platforms sometimes make their job more difficult, and they do have a policy where they tell a user that police are asking for their account information, sometimes tipping off the dealer that they are being investigated.
9 months ago, a family of 5 was killed by an unlicensed trucker in Weld County. The punishment for driving without a commercial driver's license is a small fine. A bill now has lawmakers debating whether the punishment should be harder for drivers on the road without a valid CDL. In the state Senate, lawmakers passed a version that makes it a misdemeanor. However, lawmakers in the House amended the bill, making driving without a license a traffic violation, now punishable with a $100 fine and a $15 surcharge. A lobbyist for the trucking industry who wants to see tougher penalties says simple fines just keep bad drivers on the road. Republican Representative Matt Soper sponsored the bill in the House where the misdemeanor punishment was stripped.
There's plenty of penalties out there that causes me to think that the state of the law is just fine, that the motor carrier's concerns are a little bit overrated.
Representative Soper argues the ultimate punishment for a misdemeanor offense would likely be a fine anyway.